allow me to read to you another mantra from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, this ancient conversation between the divine masculine and feminine. Here the masculine is chanting to his beloved in the 34th Yukti, one of the 112 gateways to the yoga of wonder and delight. This is the 57th verse overall. It goes like this. Asya sarvasya vishwasya paryanteshu samantataha adhva prakriyaya tattvam shaivam dhyatva mahodayaha. That means the air I am breathing was exhaled in ecstasy by an ancient sun. This earth I am standing on was born of cosmic fire. This blood flowing through my veins is as salty as the primordial ocean. The space permeating my body is infinite as the space all around. Above, below, to all sides, within, the elements of the universe are engaged in their ceremony of delight. This is my religion. The attraction between suns is the same as the love pulsating in my heart. You can fit a lot of English words and a few Sanskrit words. Let's pull out a single Sanskrit word, like samanta, S-A-M-A-N-T-A, from that verse. It means having the ends together, contiguous, neighboring, adjacent, being on every side, universal, whole, entire, all on all sides around. The practice? In the course of a day, in our ordinary awareness, we forget the grandeur of the cosmos as we focus on the local. At any moment, we can remember the immensity we are a part of. In this practice, we are invited to inhabit that simple truth. The universe is extending in all directions. Your body is the center, and above, below, to all sides, the majestic play of space and energy stretches out forever. You may already sense infinity all around you and be slightly terrified by its vastness. The terror, Jagad Bhaya, terror of the universe in Sanskrit, is natural and is one of the doorways into ecstasy. Dwara, meaning door, gate, passage, opening, way, means of entering ecstasy specifically. You may be able to tolerate it for only a few breaths at a time. It is a very odd sensation to be standing in your garden or on a mountain and experience the earth beneath you as translucent, a little grain of sand floating in a boundless ocean. If you had the resources, you could build a room in which the floors, walls, and ceiling are monitors showing movies of vast reaches of interstellar space with star systems and constellations, worlds upon worlds. One of the skills involved in this practice is developing spherical awareness. Before and after meditation, stand and look in every direction. Extend your arms and move them as far in every direction as they can go. Now, close your eyes and continue, sensing the nature of space all around you. In this way, you gradually develop global, multi-directional awareness. As you get used to this, add multi-sensory awareness, in which you see, hear, and feel in all directions. When you meditate with spherical awareness, great brilliance arises. If you want to develop a verbal mantra to go with this meditation, it could be something like this. In all directions, relatedness. In all directions, intimacy. In all directions, belonging. If you enjoy spiritual language, you could formulate a thought such as, the endless divine mystery is extending around me in all directions, or on every side of me is infinite God consciousness. Modifies the phrase to be something meaningful to you. Samanta is a beautiful mantra to go with this meditation itself and sums up all of the above. Another word in this sutra is Maha, great, strong, abundant, a feast, a festival, the festival of spring. One of the side effects of this practice is that the world begins to seem like a festival. So take someone to lunch. Make dinner for a group of friends. If you are alone on retreat, feed the birds. That's the practice, as seated by just one word, samanta, in that Sanskrit verse. Let's read a couple more, shall we? Here is the 35th verse, the 35th Yukti, and the 58th verse overall in the scripture. It goes like this. Vishvametan Mahadevi Shunya Bhutam Vicintayet Tatraivacha Manolinam Tatastalaya Bhajanam. It means, Shining One, breathing out, let go, and fall into knowing all of creation as existing within space. And you are absorbed in that vibrant, empty fullness. In this moment, your body is intimate with space, exchanging essence for essence, balancing in the midst of vast emptiness, no utter freedom. I love that pair of words, empty fullness. I think we can often misunderstand a sense of emptiness for lack, but you can be full of emptiness. The 35th word of the verse is Vicint. V-I-C-I-N-T. Vicint. It means to perceive, discern, observe, to think of, reflect upon, ponder, consider, regard, mind, care for, to find out, devise, investigate, to fancy or imagine. The practice, breathe with all the meanings of this word, Vicint, for a few minutes to open the space for your meditation. Perceive, discern, observe, reflect, consider, regard, care for, find out, devise, investigate, imagine. Here's a whole set of nuances to attention that are as distinct as different asanas, meditation postures. Each term used in the definition suggests a different style of attention, a particular craft skill in your internal yoga. In any given moment, the quality of attention life asks of you may change, from discerning to pondering, from considering to caring for, from investigating to fancying, from reflecting to imagining. Each of these is actually a very different posture or asana for attending to your inner and outer world. An overall skill of meditation is allowing each surprising moment of your experience to invoke just the right quality of engagement. You may find yourself flowing from tending with absorption to studying carefully, then going off in flights of fancy, all in the space of a minute. This supple motion of awareness is how you let the process of meditating be so interesting that you become absorbed. The text uses the word laya, absorbed, dissolved, sport, diversion, merriness, delight in anything. And one more practice. This is the 37th Yukti and the 60th verse overall. Or did I skip the 36th? We'll read the 37th next time. We'll read the 36th for last, so I don't miss any. This is the 59th verse. Gata. Pardon me. Gata di bhajane drishtim bhitistyakva vinikshipet tallayam tatshanad gatva tallaya tanmayo bhavet. It means space is worthy of worship and wonder. It is the field within which everything exists. Rest your eyes in emptiness, inside a room, a temple, even a little jar, any contained space. Throw the one who is seeing into the center. Entrust your mind to the embrace of space. In a flash, all boundaries dissolve. And the word of the verse is Drishti. D-R-S-T-I, Drishti. But the R, the S, and the T all are retroflex, which means they have dots under them in the International Alphabet of Sanskrit Transliteration. Drishti. It means seeing, viewing, beholding, also with the mental eye, sight itself, or the faculty of seeing, the mind's eye, wisdom, intelligence, regard, consideration, view, notion, theory, doctrine, system, eye, that's E-Y-E, look, glance, or the pupil of the eye, or an aspect of stars, drishti. The practice, whenever you have time and the inclination, throw your awareness into empty spaces, into any container, a pot, a room, or a huge meeting hall, any interesting space with sides or walls. If you want to go on an outer expedition, visit all kinds of spaces and sacred places, temples and cathedrals. Be prepared to catch what happens in the twinkling of an eye. Notice what happens in an instant. There is a momentary dissolution, a quiet dissolving into space. Then in the next moment, you come back to yourself. People who work with spaces as their craft are natural yogis in their own way and are often happy to share their perceptions. Go and talk to potters. Learn how they see the inside of pots, the negative space. Talk to architects and walk around a room with them. They shape matter to make space. Find whoever designed a temple and listen to them talk about the space. Interview an acoustic engineer who designs auditoriums. Seeing is beholding. Those are another wonderful trio of practices from this ancient scripture. Thank you very much for listening with me. Next time we shall continue with the 37th verse. 37th Yukti, 60th verse. There's two things going on, the Yuktis and the verses. The Yuktis are part of the verses, and there's 112 Yuktis, but there's also some verses that take place before the Yuktis, which we already read, which is why the numbering of the verses is more than the numbering of the Yuktis. And then when we get to the end of the Yuktis, there'll be some more banter verses between the divine masculine and feminine, which will be very fun at the end. So at some point we'll get to the end of the Yuktis, but we'll continue reading the verses. Just to remind everyone, thank you for listening.